we could probably throw maybe another engineered wood plant next to this, and then back there as well. So I think that's kind of cool. I think I would like to surround that with roads as well, though. So bring it down, take it across, and up. Nope, not like that. And up to there. I think that's probably good for the forestry area. I'm not really sure how to give it power, for one. I'm also not really sure. I mean, power's going to be easy. Power's out here. 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6. So power's out there, but connecting everything is kind of the tricky part. And then water is going to be a bit of a pain as well. Honestly, the biggest pain is probably going to be this, the highway connection. Because I'm really not sure what to do with that. Although I have an idea. I do have a bit of an idea. I'm thinking that I might... like bring this out, go across. Now bear with me. And I'm thinking bring it the whole way across, take it up and over and connect it here, and then use this as a means to have like connections off to forestry. That might be the way to go. So let's elevate this, give it a straight slope, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it straight through. And then I think I can... Oh, can I do this? We'll find out. That, basically. Now, that's obviously not quite what we want, but we can fix that. So that loops around in kind of a weird way. That's fine, though. No big deal. This probably needs to be elevated as well, but again, we can do that. In fact, I'll do that right now. Elevate you. Why can't I raise that? There we go. So raise that a little bit. Raise that a little bit. And that's a little low, but we can kind of fix that by just lowering it down. So just kind of sink that down a little bit to go underneath the elevated part. And I mean, that kind of works, I think. I think that's fine. Because what that'll do is then we can come off of this bit over here and have connections up to the up to there. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like a dedicated highway is just something we kind of need here. What's more is that'll be a one-way in, one-way out. So you kind of come in, you go left and up into here. And then you come down, you go right out to there. I think we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So let me go from here. Let me keep it on the ground. Let me go 10. And out like that. And just... Good lord. Oh, wow. That is not wanting to work for me. Alright. Okay, we'll go from here then, and go 10 and up. Well, that worked a lot better. That worked a whole lot better. Turn off the guidelines. Go to here, bring it in. And turn on the guidelines. And that's looking a bit weird. Oh wow, that completely messed up the road as well, didn't it? Well, that's fun. That's just fantastic. There we go. So that can come in, that'll connect, and they can sort of go left and right and do their thing. And yeah, that'll be great. Over here is going to sort of be the same thing, but in reverse. It's not going to look. This isn't gonna be a spectacularly efficient way to get in and out of here. Just by the way, just so we're clear, it's gonna be a mess of ways in and out. But I mean, there's not a whole lot else we can do at the minute in terms of highway connections. I mean, I absolutely could do more. But I just want to get this area up and running to start with and see just how much traffic we're dealing with, and then we can deal with the issues that come from that. So we've got our ways in, we've got our ways out. This is actually bugging a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when traffic starts moving. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not in any rush to just make this perfect yet. I just want to see what the traffic does before I start, you know, going into the detail of figuring everything out. This is obviously going to be elevated, and it can go to right there. So I'll give that area power. This guy down here is power. This guy right here is going to need some. We'll turn off angle and grid snapping, and let's start bringing some pylons along here. Yes, this will get rid of trees, but it's always going to get rid of trees, isn't it? Then up to there. All right. So we have pylons going out that way, and we can just do the same on this side. So straight out there, straight there, and just the entire way following the road, nice and neat, over to where the power is needed. All right, so they have power as well. These guys out here do not have power, so we'll run it from this corner. I think we can probably just take this to there, sort of across the road and in. All right. Maybe move that one closer to the road as well. All right, so they all have power. They don't have water, but that's easily fixed. There's actually water already coming out here, which is great. It's going to make it even easier to do this. So turn on angle and grid snapping. And let me just bulldoze so I can get this exactly where I want it underneath these roads. So you go to there, and you go to there. So they've got water. These guys also have water. And these guys are going to be very, very easy to give water to right here. So just follow all of the little bits of road that go everywhere it needs to go. And I reckon this will probably be a fairly significant upgrade to the forestry. I'm also thinking that I don't remember if we have forestry set up to go to the mega factories yet. So we probably want to make sure that's a thing. Oh, you need water as well. Absolutely. So over to there. And you guys just make sure you've got water. And I think everything's connected, right? So that's connected down here. Which is connected there. And that's connected out there. I think everything is connected though. So they should all have water, which they absolutely do. Except for like that guy, because he's awkward. Sure. That's fine. I just want to see what happens here. I just want to see how much traffic this actually generates. Because if it generates like, if it doesn't generate much, we're fine. Obviously, we know it is going to generate a lot, but that's beside the point. That is completely besides the point. I just want to see how much we're dealing with, really. That's kind of my goal here. I also want to see what color did I make these vehicles. Wait, they're green as well? Oh, they're more of like a teal. I mean, they're blue and green, whatever. It's fine. Either way, we should start seeing a bunch of things actually move around in this whole area, get up and running, which is going to be fantastic. So I'm quite excited about the forestry out there. And I have to say, like, this is one of the weirdest cities I've ever built. Because, I mean, we have this over here, right, which is all just grids and all that. And then over here is just a mess. Like, over here is just a mess of, like, you know, this thing down here. I like it, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's a complete mess, but I like it. The Industries really is just a different way of playing City Skylines, I think, because it feels like it takes notes from, like, not specifically Transport Fever, but games in that vein. You know what I mean? And I like that a lot. I do feel like it takes notes from games in that vein, and it feels pretty cool for Industries. It's pretty neat. Also, surprisingly, not that much traffic yet. I mean, I'm certain it will. You know, we're gonna have it, but yeah, I'll be all right. We can make it work. We can absolutely make it work. Let's just go ahead and get this to be a nice little curve here instead of the sharp bend that it was. Yeah, that looks better. I think these curves out here could probably be a little less sort of bulbous, but it's fine. I really do just want to see what the traffic does as it goes in there. I'm also thinking that I want to make sure none of these guys. Let me make sure these guys aren't doing what I think they've been doing there. So you're gonna go that lane only, just that lane. And you are going to be that lane only. Let me actually set this up the whole way around. So left only. Left only. You are going to be there. You are going to be there. And you are going to be there. That's actually not right. That's weird. Oh, well, I'm not too worried about it. We can fix it in just a second, because I'm thinking I want to do this. I want to just turn that into 2-lane roads under there rather than 3. I don't think we need the 3. We can also just force this all to be elevated here. There we go. So traffic now has to sort of go to its specific lanes, which is fine. This right here can actually be turned into 3 lanes for a bit, just to let the traffic sort of do its thing, even though it's merging in weird places already. But that's fine. That's no big deal. That's no big deal. No, here we go. There's the traffic starting to come in. It does have to filter around though, which is nice. Like, there's nothing else on this road for it to have to deal with. So that's nice. I'm also thinking we probably want to get a little bit of fire coverage out here and a little bit of police coverage out here too. Just to be sure that everything, you know, just to be sure that everything kind of works as intended and doesn't burn down. That's not burning down is kind of a big deal when it comes to things like forestry. Fire watch towers, for example, probably something we want. Probably not a bad idea to just have, just you know, be secure. So that should, yeah. Let's do one out there as well. And maybe like here. I just kind of don't want it to all burn down. That's kind of where I'm at. I think one could go like there as well, just to stop that area from burning down. And maybe along the train lines too. You know, just gives good coverage. Probably worth having some fire watch out by the farms as well, now that I think about it. So a bit there. And maybe a little bit just sort of, we can go up in here, I think. So yeah, just something like that to stop the farms from, you know, burning down. Because we certainly don't want that. As for traffic around here, I mean, it's still pretty bad. It is still pretty bad. But fortunately, I mean, it's at least on the main road, it's moving, right? That's kind of that's the silver lining. As bad as the traffic is, it does move on the main road. So it's fine. I also want to double check this place, and I realize this place also probably needs a fire watch tower. We probably don't want this little village burning down. It does have a fire department, but fire watch is probably also worth having. So right about there should be fine. That'll give us a bit of coverage into the town. And maybe about there as well, just sort of at the end of this road, we could do a fire watch tower. And yeah, that covers it. This bit over here for some reason isn't covered, so we can just do another one right there. The coverage really isn't great. It's covered, like the town itself is covered, so that's fine. That's fine. I actually really love how this looks. Never mind the garbage problems, ignore those, but like that view, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. So garbage collection has been spiraling out of control for the last while. Is that because of traffic, or is that just because of lack of garbage collection? It's looking to me like, yeah, so traffic is a problem. Trains are also a problem for some reason. Not sure what's going on with that. So why is traffic, what's going on there? Is all of that wanting to go left? So nothing is crossing this level crossing. That's the problem. Something's happened to this level crossing because nothing will cross it. So for everyone in Twitch chat that's been saying that I messed up, it's a bug. You're welcome. Apology accepted. Priority, give way. Now that's interesting. Okay. I am actually not sure what's causing that. So bulldoze. That'll get the traffic moving. And yeah. Someone said, Banana Pizza World says people are dying because of the garbage. Yeah, the garbage collection's not perfect, but the people are, and yes, the people are dying because the garbage are correct, but the problem seems like it's to do with the fact that that road, for whatever reason, was bugged. I mean, you are completely correct that my garbage disposal is a problem. But there was definitely more to it, I think, than just me being a bit of a dum-dum. Like, I don't even know if that's moving. Can I get this to line up properly and go for a nice curve? Make sure. Oh, for God's sake. What about from here to there? All right. So the train comes in again. Does this train move? No, this train's not moving anymore. Can we delete you? Right. Let's just delete all the segments of the train, and now you're not moving. So this intersection's broken as well because there's a car on it, I think. Yeah, that did it. So now these guys can all move. There's a lot of regional trains need to go through. Tell you what, don't allow intercity trains, and don't allow intercity trains, and don't allow intercity trains. Turn those off for a bit. So traffic can move there again. All of this traffic's starting to move as well. And this is all moving as well. Okay. So a lot of the intercity trains are, I mean, they obviously need to go. This one's now blocking a road, which is a problem. But I mean, that will eventually clear out, right? And that'll get garbage into these areas. These areas do not have garbage disposal right now because the trucks were stuck in traffic. I mean, look, most of this traffic is made up of garbage trucks. So that's kind of what's going on with that. That's absolutely what's going on there. Let's see then. So this line here, this line comes out and does connect to there. The thing is, let's see. Leah X256 says, try adding a dedicated line to the central station just for intercity trains. The problem with that, I think, is that if I turn on allow intercity trains on this station, they will still use this line because this line is connected out to this thing, which connects to the region. And that line needs to be connected to this because we might expand this line. So this might go further. You know, this might be the line that goes out to, you know, the little village or something. So it's kind of tricky. If I could specify the line, like the actual physical track that they would use, it'd be easier. But unfortunately, it won't let me do that. Is that a regional train or is that one of my trains? That is regional. I want to clear these out of here. For God's sake, get out of here. Come on, get. I know these all have passengers on them, but I don't want the regional trains here. At least not as many as there were. Oh my God, they're still coming. Hey. It looks like they're starting to clear out though. So that's fine. All of this traffic is at least moving again. But it is very true, we do need more garbage processing, so let's throw another garbage plant down here and down here. And, you know, hope for the best in terms of what that'll do for the city. We could probably, we've got a couple out there already. We've got a couple in there. I might throw another couple in here though. Because this isn't actually a terrible spot for them. This right here actually works out really well for them because they are on a one-way road. It's not like they can go super far away from there, or it's not like they can back it up. Like they get out onto the one-way road, they go out onto the highway, and it's fine. So that'll add to the garbage disposal capabilities. And yeah, it just goes up onto the highway. It heads out here. I mean, look, that's a lot of vehicles. Heads out here and it'll head towards the city and hopefully do its thing. Some of them going left, some of them going right. That'll be fine. So we'll see how that plays out. All this, like, this traffic is hopefully gonna clear out. Doesn't help that it's merging in a pretty weird way. Can I say that you guys have to pick a lane back here? Or actually, you know what? No. Go right. So this traffic doesn't get held back. Well, no, pick your lane here. Get in lane here. And then stay in your lane, basically. I know it's not the most realistic thing to have like a stay in lane situation like that, but I do it everywhere and it usually works. So get in lane, stay in lane, and then, yeah. So that'll be fine. They pick their lane back here. Obviously, that'll back some of the traffic up this way now, but it's already backing up, so it's fine. But it means any traffic that wants to go straight on can do that and not be held up by the other stuff. So suddenly, we're actually seeing this traffic kind of moving. Because there's actually a lot of it wants to go straight on, or to the right here, that was absolutely being held up. I mean, we can do the same thing here, you know, pick a lane, then stay in it. So similar here, you know, you pick a lane and you stay in it. And then you either go right or you go left. Or sorry, you go right or you go straight on. Then you pick your lane back there and you stay in it. Hold on, let me just make sure I've set that up right. Yeah, you can go to both and straight on can go to both. So you stay in your lane. They're already staying in lane there. And in this case, you either go there and like that, or you guys go to those two and you go there. So in this case, they pick a lane here, and if they go to the left one, that means they're going the whole way up to turn left, right? And that should just, you know, kind of keep the traffic moving a little bit. So if you go to the right lane, you are going straight on eventually, and if you go to the left lane and stay in it, you are staying left, and turning off of here to go to the left. And yeah, Twitch chat, I know my city's dying. It's a death wave. A death wave caused by the garbage problem, which, like, we can't, there's no way to fix this, right? It's not like a, you know, boom, it's fixed. We need to wait for garbage to be collected. It's not gonna end the city. It's no big deal. It's one of those things that takes time. We need to wait for the garbage trucks to get in to collect the garbage, and then in terms of healthcare capacity is fine. Sorry, that's death care. Healthcare capacity is not fine because of the massive influx of sick people we just got. Like, believe me, this will fix itself. It just takes time because the garbage trucks have to get in to actually get all the garbage, which will then stop people from getting sick, which will then stop people from dying, which will then fix the population. You can't just fix a problem like this in one go. And if I'd caught it sooner, if I'd realized that no traffic was moving across these roads sooner because there were cars blocking the trains, then, you know, this wouldn't be a problem. But unfortunately, I didn't catch it sooner, so we're gonna have to just deal with the population dropping off. But look at this, it cleared out. This is actually all starting to clear out and move. So that's step one, right? Fixing that traffic problem, getting it to move again, that's step one. Step two is getting the garbage trucks in everywhere to grab everything. And then, you know, from there, it'll fix itself. Boy, I know this game, all right? I know this game. I know when I've messed up and caused everyone to die, and I know when I haven't. That was the game. That was a bug with the road there. For some reason, a car just like got stuck on it. I'm also thinking right here, just because we have so many sick people right now, I'm gonna clear out this city block. And I'm gonna throw a hospital on it. In fact, two of them. Just back to back. And that will give us, we're up to 3,000 on the heal capacity. And that'll be fine. People will be sick for a while, but already, like, garbage is slowly clearing out. It's just a process. It just takes time. That's all it is. It just takes a bit of time. And again, step one is getting the traffic moving, which it's not moving. Nothing's backed up around here. This is a little backed up, but that's mostly because of the way I let traffic merge here. I could fix this, but how big of an issue is this actually? Oh, it's because I'm letting you guys merge out there. Do I need to let you guys merge out there? Not really. I don't actually need you guys to do that. Because you can merge over into the middle lane up there. And then you kind of have to stay in the middle lane. Now, what is the middle? No, you can merge it. Yeah, no, you're fine. So they go left only, and then they merge up here in the middle lane, and that'll... Yeah, it'll get weird for a bit, but it'll fix itself. It'll fix itself. I think. That might not. This might be more of a permanent problem. Because there's a fair bit of traffic coming in there, but I think it'll fix itself. Yeah, it's actually caused more problems up here because this is now the merging point. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's what that is. Oh boy. All right. So I've made that worse. That was my fault. That right there was my fault. The problem with the trains was not. The train thing was not me. All right. Train thing was not me. Just so we're clear. Just so we're perfectly clear. Now, speaking of traffic problems, we do need to go look up here because it's actually fine. What? Huh. Now, that's kind of surprising, actually. That's actually quite surprising. What? That's... Huh. There's actually not that much traffic coming out of there. All right, then. I figured there'd be a lot more. What about the farms? How are they looking? This is all right. This is backed up a little bit. That's backed up a lot. A lot. A little bit. Not at all. Technically not at all. Quite a lot. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Okay. Also surprising. I am noticing a lot of complaints of not enough buyers for products. Probably want to fix that. I also probably want to see... So this is plastics. This is glass. Do we have glass? Do we make glass? That's metals. I'll tell you what. Switch that out from glass to... I want to say farming products. Unique factory products. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do. I mean, this will start filling out. Plain timber. That'll be great. And then this can be. Let's do forestry products. So those will clear out, and then we'll start moving forestry stuff in here and farming stuff over there. So that should be pretty good. As for traffic around the airport, it's going pretty good too, which is lovely to see. I could actually lower that whole thing down a little bit, but I think it's probably all right as is. And we've moved on from people being sick to just people being dead. So in the grand scheme of, in my multi-step plan to fixing the problem, this is in there. So I mean, like this is technically a step in the right direction. Everybody's dead, but they're not sick anymore. Which in theory means that, yeah, healthcare is getting more stable. This is technically a step in the right direction. It is now the problem of the crematoriums and cemeteries to deal with it, and we have more than enough of those. So, believe it or not, this is progress. It's progress. Oh no, this is starting to tail back a little bit. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm curious about why that's tailing back though. Because it sort of shouldn't be. I think it's moving now. I think that must have been like an emergency vehicle held it all up a little bit. Over here, I know why this is happening. I think honestly we're gonna have to go back to what we had before. So this guy, if I can click it, can go out there. And that should, I think that'll just get it moving a bit better. I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens there, and see if that sorts it. This is tailing back again, but that's actually traffic turning left anyway, so that's sort of to be expected. Let me have a look at public transport for a second. That's not public transport. That is public transport. I'm just curious. So 1,300 per week on buses. What's the most busy one? The sort of greenish yellow line. All right, and then the metro is just nuts. And the metro is over 1,000 on all but one, and that one I think is the industrial line. So yeah, the metro is very, very busy. But I mean, all of it, I love this public transport area. I really do. Because there's so many people moving around it. I might try and do something similar. I might try and build like a second one of these at some point. Out by like an airport. Because we do have the international airport. And we do need to find somewhere to put this. And I actually don't know where I would put this, to be completely honest. Possibly flatten some land and put it out there, maybe? I don't know. Probably around here, actually. This is a relatively kind of flat area. Here's kind of flat too, actually. Either way, I kind of like the idea of putting the put the international airport somewhere. Maybe put another cargo airport nearby. Maybe. And then build another sort of transit hub right by the airport. I think that'd be kind of cool. I do think that'd be kind of cool to do. But I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that. Either way, I would like to take a moment to point out the fact that no, there's very few people dead, right? Very few people dead, and very few people sick, and garbage has been collected. So, job done. Basically. Job done in that. Farms are built. Forestry's rebuilt. There's massive demand for residential, bit of demand for commercial, tiny bit for industry. I think our next step might be filling up this corner of the city right here. And possibly down the beach as well. So, that's a pretty big build.